of the unfree America. How is everybody today? What is going on in your world? Just checking in with everybody. It's a good day. It's been a nice day so far, I can tell you that. But I just wanted to go live here for a little bit today, talk about a couple things that are happening in the world that we should all be aware of and we should all talk about. So I don't know if this phone is set up to go, hopefully it's public and not unlisted, because sometimes they change the setup on the phone so that you have to make sure that you put it on there. What is going on? I can see somebody, I just can't see anything because I don't have my glasses on. But I will put my glasses on when I stop driving. Right now I got my self-driver on my car, so just pretty much letting the car drive itself. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Everybody, what is going on? I just wanted to go live here for a little while today and talk about a few things that are going on. So the first on my mind is Craig Hendry. As you guys know, I set up a GoFundMe for Craig Hendry. I haven't really worked on it. For a fundraiser to work, you have to work it. You have to work that fundraiser. So I have a fundraiser available for GoFundMe online. I think it's called Hendry Fund. But if you look it up, you find the other one. So it's kind of a strange thing, but that's all right. It'll pop up again. You know, I just want to make sure that I'm able to bring the team together. Do me a favor, put Team DLZ in the chat. Team DLZ, put it in the chat. Double tap on your phone. Just take your finger and do this on the phone. Just double tap on the phone for me with your finger, just like that. Bap, 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 bap. Just double tap on your phone, if you would, pretty please, with sugar and cherries on top. I'm driving right now, so if I see any coppers, I definitely will pull over and we'll do a First Amendment audit right here live and on the spot. I can't see anything yet. I will in a second. Gary Bryant is in the house. What's going on? Jody Shiloh. Hey, Jody. How are you, hon? Good to see you. Good to see you. I better be. DLZ, baby. DLZ all the way. We don't stop. We don't stop. I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but few people know it from the inner circle of we have weekly team meetings, but we do have the first batch of board game cards done, and now I'm waiting on the rest of them to show you guys the whole prototype. So I'm really excited about it. I've been working on this since before I went to the dungeon, but really where I just isolated just on working on the board game, probably for the past 6 months, I would say, since November, since Thanksgiving, when I just said, I'm gonna buckle down and I'm gonna focus on this board game. That's what I've been doing. So that's all I've been doing. That's all I've been doing. And now we're to the point now where I do have the amendment cards in my hand, but I have the other cards coming out tomorrow, the next day, so you guys can expect a demo early next week. I mean, it's always been like next week, but now the cards are actually finally produced and done. So it's pretty exciting. It just takes a long time to do anything great. You know, there's a saying, if you want to go far, go together. If you want to go fast, go alone. So I've been going together with a group of people here down this journey to accomplish this board game, and we're almost done. Just a little bit more. I mean, you guys know it. You guys know it. I can't see everything in here, but I apologize. I got my car on self-drive mode, but I still can't look at the comments just yet. Wait till I pull over on the side of the road, and then I'll take a look. And then I will take a look. What is going on out there? I got a bunch of videos I wanted to share with you, but I don't know. We've done that enough for now. Tomorrow, maybe I'll do a review of some videos, but today I just wanted to kind of have a heart-to-heart with the Team DLZ faithful and people who have been with me the whole time, and let you guys know exactly what's going on. So we're this much further to go. It'll probably be, I won't really start to work on this again until Tuesday. I have responsibilities I have to do over the next 3 or 4 days, and then as soon as my responsibilities for this next 3 or 4 days are done, then I'm gonna get right back on the horse. Likely on Tuesday. So here's a big announcement. If you guys are ready for this, we're gonna sue Zimmerman on Monday. We're gonna sue Judge Zimmerman. I'll put the lawsuit online so you guys can read it. I've already written it. So now I'm gonna sue Judge Zimmerman for putting me in the dungeon. I'm gonna sue her on Monday. So you guys can look forward to that happening on Monday in Nevada, in Las Vegas, Nevada. So Monday's the day we drop the lawsuit, and we're suing. So here's the really crazy part. So I'm not sure if you guys know what a Monell claim is. It's M-O-N-E-L-L. It's called a Monell claim. And a Monell claim is when the entire system has not given you the proper due process, Fifth Amendment right, 14th Amendment right. And unfortunately, I have to sue not only Zimmerman, I also have to sue the judge that released me on appeal. I have to sue Judge Leavitt. And the reason I have to sue Leavitt is because, and so here's the thing, am I gonna get accountability for the judges? Am I gonna get accountability for Zimmerman and for Leavitt? Because what Leavitt did is she denied me an appeal bond hearing 2 weeks after I had been in jail. There was no reason why she did it. She just denied my appeal bond. So that means I'm suing Agnes, the prosecutor, Leavitt, the judge who ultimately released me from the dungeon, suing Zimmerman, I'm suing Clark County, and I'm suing Bork again for lying on the stand. So I'm suing 5 new people, 5 entities. The only one that's going to be held responsible is going to, because I can prove damages of what they've done. So it's going to be an interesting lawsuit. I've cut it, 400 different ways from Sunday and tried to figure out the best way to sue Zimmerman. And the answer I keep getting back, whether it be lawyers or artificial intelligence, is that Zimmerman has absolute immunity. Now, here's where Zimmerman does not have immunity. So we're suing her on Monday. You guys be ready for Monday. I'll be live on Monday for several hours on Monday when I go down to the federal court building and I sue Judge Ann Zimmerman. Now, here's the only caveat that Zimmerman can be sued for. She can only be sued for the Fourth Amendment violation. It's a strange thing. She can't be sued for locking me up unjustly. She can't be sued because she's never put anybody in jail for obstruction except for me in the history of her being a tyrant on the bench. The only thing I can sue Judge Zimmerman for is for my Fourth Amendment violation when she had me searched. And the only reason I can sue her for the Fourth Amendment violation is because there was no exigent circumstances. So let's say, for example, that I was recording with my phone in court. Well, what that means is that it's an administrative process. There's no exigent circumstances where my Fourth Amendment has to be violated, where she would trigger me before court begins by having the bailiff search me and skiff me down and put his hands in my pockets and snatch my phones out of my hand. So the only legitimate path forward to sue Zimmerman is for the Fourth Amendment violation. And when you read the lawsuit, which I'll put on my website, you guys can read the lawsuit. I guess I'll get it up there maybe on Saturday. I've got a little bit more tweaking to go, but the bulk of the lawsuit is written, it's done. So when Zimmerman decided that she was gonna have me searched in the courtroom, if she's gonna do something like that, that's an administrative process, and she can't do it without exigent circumstances. So I've been working on this lawsuit for the past few days, and that's what I'm gonna sue Zimmerman for, and Zimmerman can be held accountable for the Fourth Amendment violation. As long as it's not has anything to do with sentencing or the punishment for the alleged crime, she has absolute immunity. But that Fourth Amendment violation is what we can sue her for, and we're suing her for that. Now, Leavitt, Judge Leavitt, ultimately the woman who released me, the judge who released me on First Amendment grounds, the problem with what Judge Leavitt did was, as you guys know, you guys saw the first hearing where I was a mess. I'd been put in solitary confinement for a week, and then they drugged me out of the hole. I looked all disheveled. I was just a mess, right? So you guys saw that. But here's the thing. At that particular hearing, when I saw Zimmerman for my appeal bond 7 days after I'd been sentenced, and I'd been in the hole for 7 days, when Judge Zimmerman made it about, I'm not sorry, and I don't like his attitude, that has nothing to do with the merits of what an appeal bond are. So the merits for the appeal bond, there's like 10 different criteria. One of those criteria is, can I afford to get out of jail? Do I have a residence in Nevada where I can go and stay? Am I a flight risk? The merits of the appeal bond were never litigated. And so Zimmerman can be held accountable for lack of due process, for not giving me due process. Then 7 days after Zimmerman denied my appeal bond hearing, then I went to Judge Michelle Leavitt, the same woman who would free me 4 months later after the court of public opinion cried out and said this is ridiculous. When I went in front of Leavitt's court 2 weeks after I had been in jail, Judge Leavitt simply vacated the hearing and didn't give me any due process. Well, that's a violation of my Fifth Amendment and my 14th Amendment. So on Monday, we're suing them. On Monday, we're suing them. Now, we're also suing Brendan Bork again. We have a partial summary judgment already against Brendan Bork. What I have done is I am filing motions to the judge to reconsider giving Bork qualified immunity in the first lawsuit that I filed a week after he arrested me. And I also have another motion in to reconsider the Monell claim in my first lawsuit. So a lot of things, a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts. But so then here's the big one: suing Agnes Botham, the prosecutor who originally recommended that I get a suspended sentence with a $500 fine. At the appeal bond hearing, when Zimmerman didn't give me due process and said, oh, I just don't like his attitude, he's not sorry, have you seen the videos he's making from jail? That has nothing to do with an appeal bond hearing. But at that appeal bond hearing, Agnes Botham, whatever her last name is, I can't pronounce it properly, she then said to the judge, no, you found him guilty, Your Honor, he should be in jail. Well, that's a malicious prosecution. So we're suing Agnes, the prosecutor, for malicious prosecution under the 2023 case of Thompson versus Clark. So I've been working on this lawsuit for the past 5 or 6 days. We have it drafted. It's all ready to go. I'm just going to add in one more party, which is Brendan Bork. And the reason why we're suing the cop, Brendan Bork, again, is because he lied on the stand. He said, I didn't step back when I did step back. That's what he said. So we have, Brendan, you're getting sued again, you fucking pig, you piece of shit, garbage man. He's getting sued again, 100%. I'm gonna juice my brakes right here so I can see what's going on. So that's what's going on in the world over here. So on Monday, you guys get ready. On Monday, we're suing Zimmerman. I'm finally gonna sue that bitch of a tyrannical judge. And the thing is that artificial intelligence and lawyers are telling me that she won't be held accountable, but she could be held accountable for that Fourth Amendment violation. She could be held accountable for the Fourth Amendment violation. So we're going to sue her for that Fourth Amendment violation, and hopefully she's sued in her individual capacity or February. I'm not entirely sure. Someone else will be able to know the answer better than me because I'm live right now and I can't look it up. But someone came in the chat last week and said, did you guys double tap the screen? Did you hit the subscribe button? Hit the subscribe button, because on Monday you're going to get to watch me sue 2 judges, a prosecutor, a cop, and Clark County. Hit the subscribe button right now and double tap on your screen. Double tap. Everybody double tap. Double tap. Take your finger and just do this on the screen. Just do that for me if you would, pretty please. I appreciate that. So I can't see the chat. I'm sorry. I'm blind. I got to put my glasses on. I'm going to pull over. I'm just kind of driving right now because I've got a big family thing this weekend. So I'm getting together with like 100 family members this weekend. So it's going to be a really good one. I'm really looking forward to this, because I don't get to see my family, because most of my family lives either in Alaska, Minnesota, Oregon. My family lives all over the country, and I hardly ever get to see them, but very few of my family members live in California. So what's the matter you? I can see that one. I can see what's the matter you. So this is exciting. This is exciting for Jonathan. What's up, Playboy? So this is exciting for Team DLZ and the people who have been following this and along for the journey with me. This is exciting because I do have the lawsuit drafted to file on Monday. I have to amend it just a little bit because I was debating with ChatGPT and now I have to get a subscription to this legal website called Westlaw. I have to get a subscription to it because courts all over the country are trying to ban AI. In the Western District of North Carolina, they have completely banned using AI to write your motions, and you have to write an affidavit and swear that you didn't use AI to write your motion in the Western District of North Carolina, where my buddy Alan Hubbs is. So it's just absolutely insane. The courts don't now here's the court's argument with using artificial intelligence. What the court is saying is that they're getting motions that were written by artificial intelligence that have cases that don't even exist. Maybe with artificial intelligence 1.0 or 2.0 or 3, but we're artificial intelligence 4.5. So it doesn't create fake cases anymore. Maybe it did in the beginning. Maybe there were some errors in the beginning. I'm more than open to saying that, hey, you know what? Maybe it had some problems in the very beginning. But now AI is so much better. It's so much better. It's on another level now. So, I mean, spread the word to Team DLZ members. Spread the word. Thanks for the super chats. And someone gifted out 20 memberships. Holy shit, I didn't even see it. I'm so sorry. But I want to say thank you for those memberships. I'm just seeing that now. Spread the word. On Monday, we sue Zimmerman. On Monday, we sue that dirty, tyrannical bitch of a judge, Zimmerman. I mean, she's not even a judge. She was a justice of the peace judge. So she just when someone puts you in the dungeon for months on end, believe me, you hate that person. You hate them, and I hate that fucking bitch. I hate her. I mean, how could I not hate her? But I wish her a long and healthy life. I want to hold her accountable through the legal system. And listen, you guys saw me in 2020 up until 2024. I lost in court. Then we sued Bork and we now won. We have a partial summary judgment against the dirty pig, Brendan Bork, who wrongfully arrested me, who ultimately got me put in jail for 4 months. So we do have a partial summary judgment against a pig in a federal civil rights lawsuit. We have won a little bit. How much we've won, we have yet to see. Now, in the 51-page ruling, that was his name, Judge, I want to say is Judge Ford, but I could have different judges confused because I got like 4 different lawsuits going. What was his name? I can't remember his name. But in the 51-page federal ruling that the judge wrote, he wrote in there that a reasonable jury would find that Brendan Bork had probable cause to arrest me. So what we're doing now is we're filing a motion for the judge to reconsider that because of the appeal. In the appeal process, Judge Levitt stated out loud that he did back up. Brendan Bork perjured himself on the stand. The pig, Brendan Bork, he perjured himself on the stand. So we're filing a motion to reconsider his qualified immunity. Then what the judge also did was he didn't allow the Monell claim to go through on the federal civil rights lawsuit that we have a partial summary judgment for. So we're also filing a motion to reconsider the Monell claim so that we can roll, and also there's still 4 more causes of action that have yet to be adjudicated in the federal civil rights lawsuit that we have a partial summary judgment. One of those is the excessive force charge against Sandoval, that dirty pig that grabbed my arm and squeezed my elbow. Remember that dirty pig? Remember him? Well, guess what? Sandoval, you're not off the hook, you dirty pig. He is not off the hook. So we still have 4 causes of action that have not even been decided on in the first federal civil rights lawsuit against Bork, where we already won a partial summary judgment. So all the haters and all the trolls talking shit, look it up, you fucking morons. I have a partial summary judgment. We have a partial summary judgment against Brendan Bork right now, right this minute. Chille always loses. Doesn't look like we're losing on this one, does it? Does it, troll piece of shit? It doesn't look like we're losing on this one. So I can't see that. I want to see who did that. Steve Conkler, Captain Team DLZ. What's going on, Playboy? Steve Conkler is in it to win it. You guys have no idea. This guy's so diehard. You have no idea. Steve Conkler. Jonathan, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Sorry I'm not doing videos today. I'm spending a little time with my family, but I thought I would step out and listen, you know, I actually I'm kind of just turn pages. I'll come back to the federal civil rights lawsuits in a second. But I actually, you know, I didn't want to stop and go to this family reunion because I'm so busy finishing the board game. I called the guy who's helping me with the board game, and he said to me, dude, you have to go and spend time with your family. He said, what are you going to say in 10 years? That there was that family reunion, but you had to teach history on the big wall that you built? He said, listen, that wall is going to be there. You can always teach history. Your board game is going to take months and months and months to get to the level that you're really happy with anyway. So I had to break away and go spend some time with my family, which is what I'm doing now, right now. So it's pretty cool. Bruce, what's going on, Playboy? Team DLZ, put it in the chat. We're suing on Monday. We're suing that judge on Monday. What's up, Playboys? We are suing that dirty piece of shit bitch of a judge. We're suing that chick on Monday. I can't wait to sue her. I cannot wait. And let's see if Zimmerman's gonna try to hide from service. I'll bet she does. I'll bet she tries to hide. I'll bet she tries to not be served the federal civil rights lawsuit because, and remember, the only thing we can hold her accountable for is that 4th Amendment violation. So I'm looking forward to that. I cannot wait. Thanks, Conkler. Everybody say thanks, Steve Conkler. Steve Conkler's diehard. Hey, Jared, Jared, Team DLZ. I tried to give you a call back, and then there was somebody else I had to give a call back. I got a story, y'all. I got a story from this guy. We'll call him Jay, but I have a story that I'm working on right now with this guy Jay, and his story is unbelievable. Wait till you see this story I'm going to put out this next week. It's incredible what the pigs do. And let me ask you guys a question. Is the prosecutor and the judge working together? Does the prosecutor back up the cops? And is the prosecutor and the judge in cahoots together? I'm going to go with yes. Put a 1 in the chat if the prosecutor works with the cops and works with the judges to ruin your life. That's an absolute fact. It's such a corrupt, disgusting system that we have. And then everything, and I'm going to teach you guys what jurisprudence is on the wall, almost done. Fucking A, this much more to go. The jurisprudence of cases means that, like, for example, Terry versus Ohio, everything's based on officer safety. That's going to extend into the 1977 case of Pennsylvania versus Mims, where you have to get out of the car in the name of officer safety. So what the judges and the prosecutors can do in a system based on jurisprudence is they can just pick this case and say, this is the jurisprudence for this case. And you can present your argument and say, hey, the jurisprudence of this case says that it should go like this. And the judge will go, nah, that's the wrong application. We're not going to use that one. We're going to use this case. It's such a scam. The judicial system in our country is such a scam. It really is. Did you guys hit the subscribe button? Are you going to be here on Monday when we sue Judge Zimmerman? Who's going to be here on Monday when we sue Judge Zimmerman? Because we sue her on Monday. Yeah, Playboy. Maybe Tuesday, but likely Monday. Likely Monday, because I have to drive like 10, 15 hours to my family reunion. So it's actually my aunt's birthday, my grandfather's sister. So obviously my grandfather died at 92 years old. So his little sister is celebrating her birthday. And so now I have my whole family getting together, 100 plus family members for my aunt's birthday. And that's what I'm heading to now. And I actually had my laptop and everything set up right here to review some videos with you guys. And I was like, you know, this is such big news that we're suing Judge Zimmerman on this next week, that really I just got to sit here and explain to people, and especially to the dirty, nasty fucking bootlicking trolls, right? Look up the first case against Brendan Bork. We have a partial summary judgment in a federal civil rights lawsuit. Buddy, look it up. It's online. You can look it up on Pacer. And we're filing motions to reconsider the qualified immunity and the Monell claim. So you know what, dude? You're wrong. You're shooting the wrong way, and you're incorrect, and you're going to see that we're going to win. And I do believe, after consulting multiple attorneys over the past 8 months, consulting with AI, and now the next step, I have to get a Westlaw account. Because it's only a matter of time before every different district in America bans using AI unless it's Westlaw. Westlaw is going to have a monopoly on AI with court cases. It's really nasty and dirty what they're doing. But look, you know the golden rule: he who has the gold makes the rules. So it's just incredible what we're seeing. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can see some names. Hold on a second. Let me put my glasses on. And you guys can see now. Everybody can see, right? When I came back to work this past 2 weeks, you guys know I haven't been going live at all. I've just been working on the board game, right? But now all the haters can see that when we come back together as a team, look how many people are on our team. Look how many thousands and thousands and thousands of people are attached to Team DLZ. Because we have a mission to overturn Terry versus Ohio, to overturn each and every tyrannical case law passed by the Supreme Court through Constitution headquarters. Last night I was talking with artificial intelligence as I was on like a monster drive. And I said, how do we overcome the 2001 case of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista? Well, it's real simple. Each different state, be it South Dakota, Alaska, California, Maine, it doesn't matter where it is. The bill simply says that not every infraction of the law is arrestable. And how are you governed the most? What rule of law do you live under the most? State law or federal law? Does anybody know the answer? Rancho Relaxo, do you know the answer? Which affects you more? State law or federal law? Which is it? Phoenix Rising is in the chat. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? Phoenix Rising is in the chat, everybody. State law. Look at that. Look at that. Look at Team DLZ. For you guys who aren't here all the time, did you hit the subscribe button? Everybody hit the subscribe button. Monday, we sue the dirty judge. So I want you guys to be here on Monday when we sue that judge. But take a look at how many people know. Look how many people know. It's state law. State law affects you far more than federal law. The only time it goes to federal law is if you end up in a federal suit. So that means through Constitution headquarters, when I start to teach history, I'm also going to put the bill that I wrote through artificial intelligence on my website for you to get to your congressman to overturn Atwater versus City of Lago Vista in your state. Atwater versus City of Lago Vista says that any infraction of the law is arrestable. And that's a federal holding, 5-4. That dirty David Souter went over with the conservatives and voted, and he wrote the opinion that if a peace officer observes you break the law, even a mere infraction of the law, it's arrestable and it's not a violation of your Fourth Amendment. Well, that's fine at the federal level, because at the state level, we can overturn Atwater versus City of Lago Vista. So I'll be putting the bill for North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Idaho, Wyoming, Maine, West Virginia, South Carolina, North Carolina. I'm going to put the bill, and I'm going to need some people's help to alter the bills for each different state. Otherwise, I'll be sitting there writing bills all day. Now, you take the bill directly from DeleteLaws.com, you take it to your congressman, and you give it to your congressman and say, I want this submitted into committee so that we can overturn Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, because not everything should be up to the officer to arrest me if I run a red light, or I'm speeding, or my blinker doesn't work. You can be arrested because your blinker doesn't work, because of the 2001 case of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. Yeah, listen, trolls be warned, man. You won't last in this room very long. There's too many tight members of Team DLZ. We've been around, man. We've been around and we don't stop. You guys can see it. Look, as soon as I came back to work, look how many people are on our team. You can see it. I got an email the other day from Mikey B. He said, we're growing again. Yeah, we're growing again because I came back to work. Every single movement has to have a leader, the tip of the spear that pierces the beast. And that's what I am, and that's what you are. The tip of the spear means nothing without the weight of the people behind it. That's what you are. You are the weight of the people. You are the power. You are the sovereign. We stand for our rights, and we do not stop. We do not back down. Under any circumstances, I'm not going to give up. Can they hurt you? Can they break you? Can they F you up by putting you in that dungeon? Oh, man. You guys have no idea what I experienced in that dungeon. But that doesn't mean I'm dead. I'm not dead. I ain't dead yet. If you want to stop me, you're going to have to fucking kill me, man, because I'll never stop. I'll never stop. No matter what, I will never stop. The fight for justice has no end. And when I'm done fighting and my time on this earth is through, then your son or your daughter picks up the torch and they become the tip of the spear. We can never stop. We can never give up. We have to be vigilant, and we can't ever, ever back down from the fight. When you see this guy's video that I'm putting together now, Jay, after the cops put him in torture cuffs and they charge him with crimes when he's done nothing wrong, they say, okay, you can leave now. This guy, Jay, goes over to his car and comes back and tells them, I'm going to get you cops. I'm going to get you cops. I'm going to get you. So he says, I'm going to come back. Those aren't his exact words. I don't want to ruin it. But along those lines, he says, the fight for justice requires courage, and I will never stop until I get justice for what you guys have done to me. And when you see what these cops did to this guy, it's unbelievable. It reminds me of the situation that James Freeman just filmed in Busby, Arizona. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible what he did. So, you know, look, it is what it is, but I just wanted you guys to realize what I'm doing and what I'm doing right now. Listen, I need a couple days. I'm going to a family reunion for a couple days. Over 100 of my family members are going to be there, so I couldn't miss it. You know, I absolutely couldn't miss it. I've been going nonstop. Daniel Padilla, we never stop. We never stop. Put it in the chat. We never stop. We never, ever stop. We don't stop. Put it in the comment section. Double tap on the screen. You guys double tap. Steve Conkler and I don't stop. Steve and I talked the other night on the phone for about an hour. We pinpointed the problem, and then we figured out a solution to the problem in about 1 hour. So it's like, but that requires vigilance. That requires a team effort. I can't do any of this alone. There's no way. If I tried to take on the system by myself, you guys saw this crowd right here, this group of people crowdfunded me to be able to afford my appeal bond so that I could, my appeal attorney, Chris Oram in Las Vegas. The appeal ended up costing about 75 grand by the time I was done with all my fees and all the shit I had to pay. It was unbelievable. Oram did a hell of a job. That was 25 grand. And then the other lawyer, Josh Tomchek, he was 15 grand. And then the lawyer in Ohio was 15 grand. So just right there, that's 55,000. And then I had another $20,000 in just stuff I had to pay for when I was in the dungeon. And you guys crowdfunded 60 grand of that. So I know how deep Team DLZ actually is. Easy Watchdog, Jose Hernandez, man, right on, guys. Thanks for the super chats. I appreciate it. I'm not even showing videos. So all the trolls, take a look. I'm not even showing videos, and people are supporting what I'm doing. Is that unbelievable? Is that unbelievable? It's so great. It's so great. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I just have this undying spirit inside of me that will not allow me to stop. I cannot. It's like a sick infection in my mind. I can't stop. You know, and look, was I effed up when I got out of jail? Man, I was effed up for months. I was messed up for months. I really don't even feel like my whole character came back until that drive to New Mexico when I went to go see Let's OTVO. Oh, news update real quick. Play Foundations, also known as Brick, is not in jail. He was arrested for very few hours. Let's OTVO was also arrested, but he was not charged. So Let's OTVO and Brick are both okay. They are not in jail. They did get handcuffed. They did get torture cuffed. Brick did get charged. So we're gonna have to deal with some of those things. But two hardcore members of Team DLZ are not in the dungeon. So I just wanted to get that out there. Sorry I didn't get that off right off the bat, but I want to let you guys know that they're not in jail. Thanks, Alec, for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. God bless you. Did everybody hit the subscribe button? We sue the judge next week. What's up, Playboy? We sued 2 judges, a prosecutor, the county, and a pig again next week. Holy shit. Thomas Toth with 20 gifted memberships. Growing the channel. We have to keep growing. We got to get to 1 million subscribers. Who wants to get to 1 million subscribers? We were stuck at 630,000 because I didn't work for like 5 months. No live streams. I was just working on the board game. Who wants to get to 1 million subscribers? I need you to subscribe to the channel right now. Let's get to 1 million subscribers. Before I went to the dungeon, the civil rights lawyer and my channel were at the same amount of subscribers. I think he had like 30,000 more than me or something. And now he just hit 1 million subscribers and we didn't. And so it's like, that. I love the civil rights lawyer's channel, but we should be at 1 million subscribers as well. There's no reason why that individual should be at 1 million subs and we shouldn't as well. Jonathan with 20 gifted memberships. Holy snarling snake shit. Holy shit. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Man, look at all the people getting memberships. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thanks for coming by the channel, brother. I really appreciate that. You're probably just on the wrong channel, dude. Go to somewhere where you can lick some boots. Drop down and lick boots, dude. That's what you are. You're a bootlicker. It's so weird, isn't it? Do you guys find the bootlickers to be the weirdest? Like, talk about Stockholm Syndrome. Talk about people who have bought into the idea that they're slaves to a system. It's just disgusting. I can't even get my head wrapped around it. How are there so many bootlickers in this country that just lay down and are like, he should have complied? Actually, you dumb, we're supposed to be free. We're supposed to be free. Some pig's not supposed to be able to walk up to you and be like, get on your knees. And then you're like, okay, master. Yes, master. Let me drop down on my knees for you. But what's crazy, go to my comment section. You'll see all kinds of people will say, he should have complied. He should have complied. No, dude, no. We should fight back until we change the system. That's what should happen. And you guys are seeing it. What's happening across our country? It's starting to go to violence. Team DLZ, do not go to violence. Do not go to violence. We're seeing it though. People now are fighting back against these pigs. And why is it? Because they treat us so terribly. People say, man, you're so disrespectful to the cops. They're disrespectful to us. You want respect? You give respect. You get respect. That's how it works. You don't talk down to me like I'm your fucking dog, bro, and then expect me to say, oh, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, sir, no, sir. And look, now that I know what jail is a place where they want to instill fear in you, where they want to hurt you, where they want to hurt you. Dale Southern is a new member. Thanks, Dale. Dale's been around for a while. Probably just new credit card or didn't renew when it came around. But Dale Southern, everybody welcome Dale Southern. Man, right on, Dale Southern. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm too far down here. I think I saw another super chat come in. I did. Joel, thanks for the super chat, brother. I appreciate that. Monday, we sue Zimmerman. At the latest on Tuesday, and that's going to be in Nevada. So we're suing Zimmerman Monday, maybe Tuesday morning, either Monday afternoon or Tuesday, because I have to drive back from the family reunion on Sunday night. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to Las Vegas before too early enough on Monday, because the federal building closes at 4. So let's keep it real. It'll be Tuesday. It'll be on Tuesday. But I already drafted the lawsuit. I'll put it on my website over the weekend so you guys can read the lawsuit. And then I'm open to taking any suggestions from people who are legal scholars, constitutional scholars, lawyers. I'm open to accepting any information. So the lawsuit's pretty solid. The lawsuit's pretty solid. I mean, how many people do you guys know that have sued a judge before? Has anybody in here ever sued a judge? Clown Patrol, what's up, Playboy? I'm with you, JT. You see JT's comment all the way. Claudette is here. Devin Doe is here. Wayne is here. What is going on? Conkler, Captain Team DLZ, Jim Barclay. I don't see Chevy, Cope Doggy Dog, Chuck, Let's OTVO, James Forbes, Brick, Clay Foundations, who literally, I mean, you guys people can say whatever they want about people, but you can't hack Brick Jonesy. You can't hack him. He's actually putting his feet on the ground and standing up to authority. And that's what we need to do. We have to stand tall against tyrannical authority. And that's what Brick Jonesy is doing. Clay Foundations. You may not agree with everything that we do as activists. That doesn't mean respect what the man's doing. You should. You absolutely should. Because he's fighting back. And he's a First Amendment absolutist. So he tells them, go f*** yourself, you dirty fucking pigs. You know, he lets them have it, which is fine. I'm okay with that. Just, I wouldn't do it because the judges and what the judges are going to do to you. You guys saw that I called that bailiff a pig and the judge put me in jail. And anytime they take you out is what they want to do. So if you give them the chance to take you out, they will. They definitely will. Yeah, we're going after the judge. We're going after Shiny. We're going after the judge. We're going after the judge. It's going to be Tuesday morning. Like, I just want to keep it real. It'll be Tuesday morning. And then I'll be back in LA by Wednesday, and then we'll start teaching, because the cards for Constitution headquarters will be done on Saturday, but I won't be there. I'll be at a family reunion. So I'm looking forward to this, you know? Yeah, Guido said it, protect and serve only. I'm for protecting and serving only. I can't wait. Good to see you, Jethro. Nice to see you guys. Death Angel. Yeah, I saw that. I was going to cover that today, actually, but I'm in my car, and to do my Wi-Fi through OBS through my computer. I was trying to do it. I've been working on trying to get online since 2 p.m. So the last 2 hours, I've been working on trying to get online to have a face-to-face with you guys. But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? To upload this video is taking too long. I'm just going to go live and tell the people what we're doing, you know? So look forward to this. On Tuesday, we're suing the judge. On Tuesday. It was going to be Monday, but I got to drive all day on Monday, so I won't be able to do it on Monday. But we're suing that dirty judge on Tuesday. Suing both judges. We're suing Levitt, we're suing Zimmerman, we're suing the prosecutor, we're suing the cop, and we're suing the county. We're suing 5 different entities. So are they going to have 5 different lawyers? Maybe. Is Zimmerman going to hide from service? She might, because she retired, so we have to locate her to serve her. But she has to be sued. You know that. And we will get her on the 4th Amendment violation, because that was what she did was so egregious and so wrong. So wrong. It wasn't it? Right on, Dan. Thanks, guys. Spread the word. Spread the word. I'll do a live stream on Monday. I'm going to do a live on Monday when I'm driving back to Nevada to get back to the Lloyd Federal Court building. And then, so on Monday, just spread the word to Team DLZ. We sued the judge next week. We sue that judge on Tuesday. Sue both judges, the prosecutor, the cop, and the county on Tuesday. So that way I don't have to try to rush back. Yeah, listen, Thomas Toth, I will have those complaints posted on my website. I already have it written. Like, I can show it to you now, but I'm not going to do it while I'm driving. I have the federal civil rights lawsuit printed out. But then on the way here, I talked to ChatGPT over and over and over and over. And ChatGPT was like, we can add in Bork again because we sued him for Fourth Amendment violation. We did not sue him for perjuring himself on the stand. So now I have to redraft that lawsuit to add in Brendan Bork. So Bork, I'm sure you're going to find out. You're getting sued again, you piece of shit pig. You're getting sued again. Brendan Bork, when he unlawfully arrested me, he told me, go ahead and sue me. I've been sued lots of times. We looked it up. He's never been sued. He was lying then. He's a lying pig, and he's a piece of shit, and he's going to have to pay for it through the legal system. And you know what? It's going to be money. It's going to be money. What sucks is that he doesn't have to pay shit himself. That's what sucks. In the first lawsuit, the judge granted him qualified immunity. Hopefully in the second one, he doesn't get qualified immunity. And hopefully we can get that qualified immunity stripped through this next motion that we're filing for that case. So looking forward to that. Is that the pig shack right there? I think that's the pig shack right there that I'm passing. It's funny, you know, when I'm doing a live stream and I'm driving, I mean, you guys know, everybody in here who knows me, oink, oink, oink. Mikey B is in the room, everybody. Mikey B is in the room. So you guys know me. I'm driving along right now. If we see a pig and he's got somebody pulled over, we will jump out and film. And listen, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I said if we see a copper, I'll jump out and film him. Because I do believe from meeting jail guards that were decent human beings, really. There was jail guards who were decent. 80% of them sucked. They were terrible, horrible, awful people. 20% of them were okay. And then of that 20%, maybe 2 or 3% were actually really good human beings that were nice to me, that were nice to others, that were kind to people. I experienced it. It's real. There was a jail guard that was so kind to me, was so kind to me. I can't forget what he did. And so I do hold out the idea in my mind that there's going to be 1 out of 100 cops that's a really good, decent human being. It's just following the policies, procedures, and protocols that cops follow. It's almost impossible to be a good person because you got to put people in chains. You have to follow a policy that's brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. So as I'm driving along here, I will look for a cop, and if I see one, I'll jump out and do a First Amendment audit. And hopefully he's a decent human being. Oh, man. No, I'm not going to say that. It's not my first rodeo, brother. I've been around for a while. So try that to somebody else. Moron. You can just, you can take off a while, bro. Come back in 10 minutes. Come back in 10 minutes. Don't try to get me to say racial slurs. It's not going to work, bro. It won't work. It won't work. We don't stop. DLZ is in the house. What's up? We don't stop, DLZ. I love it. I love seeing the DLZ. We got Jared DLZ. We got Warren Team DLZ. We got, what was it? Alpha Warrior DLZ. Oh, there's so many people. Vic Johnson, what's going on, man? What is going on? I just wanted to get together with you guys for a little bit here. Spend some time, you know? Spend a few minutes with the team. Let me see what we got here. Well, so Brandon says he wants to be a copper. Brandon, in the current form, man, why don't you do something else, dude? I mean, if you're a good dude, I don't want to see you become a copper. That's not what I want to see. I don't want to see you become a cop, dude. It's just not what I want to see. I don't think that it's a good thing. I don't think that being a cop is a I think that cops, you know, don't get me wrong, are there some that do good work? I mean, yeah, there is. Look, there are people in the dungeon who work in a dungeon that also are pretty good people. But if you sign up to be a cop, Brandon, it's almost 100% that you'll have to lie on a report, you'll have to cheat, you'll have to cover, you'll have to do things that are evil, violent, vicious to other people. And it's only a matter of time before a citizen who you're trying to arrest ends up fighting back against you, and then you claw down on his face 5, 6, 7 times, and then you feel terrible, but there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. You can't exactly recover from, you know, and by the way, Brandon, have you read the Mullen Commission, MOLLEN? It's on DeleteLawz.com for free. Go to get the Mullen Commission off my website, and you'll see that the way they turn good people like yourself who served in the military and then they're a patriot, and so they put in this time to, what they do is they put you in situations, well, where they'll say, hey, this guy's a child molester. I mean, this is factual. This is from the Mullen. They'll say, this guy's a child molester. This guy beat his wife and cut her fingers off, or, you know, whatever they say to you. Then they get you to beat the hell out of that guy, to do excessive violence. Now, back in the day, they didn't film it, but today they would film it. And then once you do that excessive violence, there's really no coming back from it. Then they use it against you to blackmail you. And what were you doing? You were beating the shit out of a guy who chopped his kid's fingers off, right? Makes perfect sense to me. If you chop off the kid's fingers, I want to beat the shit out of you too. But then they use it against you, and that's the first step to turning you to the dark side. And you don't want to be on the dark side, man. You don't want to be on the dark side. You don't want to be on the dark side. It's holy snarling snake shit. There's Jonathan, 20 memberships. Thomas Toth, 20 memberships. What is going on? Did you guys hit the subscribe button? Hit the subscribe button. Oh, they did the same thing to us in the military, says Brandon. Yeah, listen, and listen, I got nothing but respect for military people. The men and women who go and serve in the military. I don't agree with our military, with the government using our military as mercenaries or to be prison guards all around the world. I don't agree with that. And sadly, I think that our government just uses good men like Brandon to do the bidding of the ultra elite and the rich. And that's what I got a problem with. So I don't have any problem with people who sign up to be in the military. I got nothing but respect for you, brother, sister. Thank you for your service. At the same time, though, I want to be clear about this. I don't support us being a warmongering country. I don't support killing every single Ghazian. I don't support killing every single Palestinian. Even I come from Jewish heritage. I still don't support what Benjamin Netanyahu is doing, and I don't support that you have no right to say anything about it. So the world is not black and white; it's shades of gray. So that's what we're looking at now. Shades of gray. I gotta switch lanes here real quick. Tuesday, I'm gonna do a live stream on Monday. We sue that judge on Tuesday. We sue that judge who put me in the fucking dungeon, baby. You can ask. I was talking to what is it? What's the username here? I was talking to Phoenix Rising the other day on the phone, and I was telling Phoenix Rising, Phoenix, I'm not sure if you're still in here or not, but Phoenix Rising was on the phone with me at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning as I was finishing the lawsuit against Zimmerman. And I'd been sitting there for hours and hours and hours on end. And it just writing it out and getting all of the things that happened to me and the financial loss I took, the personal loss, the emotional loss, all the things. You guys don't know this. And I'll wait. I'll tell you now because I'm not emotional right now. I'm just really focused on what we're doing. But, I got a cousin who died when I was in jail who lived in Las Vegas. And that cousin was my mother's sister's son. And we're the exact same age. I was like 6 months older than him. And I was raised with him. He's like a brother to me. And when I was in the Las Vegas dungeon, my cousin got a infection in his lungs and he died. And my whole family flew in and circled around his bed, and then he agreed to let go, and he died. So as hard as that is to say, that's what they took away from me as a human being, you know, my cousin's life is lost, but for me as a human being, not being able to be there, and he wrote me a couple letters, and he hand wrote a couple letters to me on his deathbed, and you don't get to, there's no bringing that back. There's no fixing that. There's no way I can say it's okay what they did. And there's no way I can let it go, right? You agree with that? There's no way I can just forgive that. I just can't do it. And I'm not gonna do it. They're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay. We're having a party in Vegas. They're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to pay for what they've done. They're gonna have to pay. Oh, Dan Rotting, I totally agree, man. Dan said, I mean, look, let me be honest. Can I be an asshole? Oh man, I can be such an asshole to cops. It's unbelievable. In real life with people, I'm not an asshole at all. If you knew me in real life, like a lot of you guys know me because you've been with me for so long, I'm not an asshole. I'm a good person. I'm nice to people. I mean, but I'm an ornery motherfucker, right? So am I an asshole to cops? Oh yeah, sometimes I'm a real asshole to cops. I know that I am. I'm not sorry about it. I had no reason though to be put in jail. There was no reason to lock me in a cage. I'm no danger to society. I'm no danger to myself, or I'm no danger to others. And they locked me in that dungeon because we were, at that time, if you guys don't know, we were the #1 viewed channel. Let me temper it. We were one of the top viewed channels in the First Amendment auditing community in March of 2024 before I went to the dungeon. We were getting like 40 million views a month in March. 40 million in March of 2024. We got, is that better? Is that fixed? Are we fixed right there? Did that work? There's a glitch in the matrix. Are we back now? Okay. So anyway, what I was saying is, hey, Aaron Queen, I didn't give you a wrench to moderate. I gave Aaron Queen a wrench so that you wouldn't get timed out. Because I like Aaron Queen. We have been down the road and back, Aaron Queen and I. I like you, dude. I don't need you to moderate anything. I got plenty of moderators. I just don't want you to get timed out because sometimes you're an ornery asshole and sometimes I'm an ornery asshole. So I like that about you. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't need you to time people out or unhide trolls. You know, I got moderators to do that shit. But I do like you, dude. I do think you're an interesting human being, and I like how feisty you are and how you're a truth monger. Even if I don't agree with you, I don't mind that. You know, but people saying stupid shit to me just to do it, it's like, fuck them. Why would I give them platform? Remember, the reason why thousands and thousands of people come here, the reason why this live stream will end up with 20, 30, 40,000 views on it is because I've built a bond with so many thousands of people. I mean, thousands of people. Thousands. I've spent my days, my nights, my time, my energy, my love, my sweat, my tears on the phone, helping people, helping them figure out how to get their lawyer, how to get their demand for body camera, how to get their property back. I've spent countless, you have no idea. I don't even know how many people I've spent thousands of hours on the phone helping them get their equipment back when they get arrested, helping them file proper paperwork using the computer and AI. So I've just helped so many people. So I know that there's thousands of members of Team DLZ because I've personally talked to each one of them. So, you know, it's just, you know, it is what it is, they say. I think that was my high school quote. But you know what? I disagree with that now. I don't agree with it is what it is. Now I say I want to change the things that people think it is what it is. You guys double tap your screen. Double tap. Everybody double tap your screen. Double tap your screen. Double tap on your screen. Do you hit the subscribe button? Because we're suing a judge next week. Suing 2 judges. You know, look, do I want to sue Michelle Levitt? Not really. Do I want to sue her? No. I don't want to sue Michelle Levitt. She let me go on the proper grounds of First Amendment rights. Did she leave me in the dungeon and vacate my appeal bond hearing, denying me due process? Yes, she did. She sure did. So just so you know, when I went to court that day to go to the appeal bond hearing, the first one was in front of Levitt. You guys saw me. I was a fucking mess, right? Then the second one was 14 days later. And when I went to go to the appeal bond hearing in front of Levitt, they chained me up on my wrists, on my ankles, belly chain, strip searched me, looked at my backside, the whole thing. And then I get right up into the holding cell before I go in to see Michelle Levitt for my appeal bond hearing. And she writes, hearing vacated, appeal bond denied. That's not due process. That's not giving me a fair shot in court. So do I want to sue the woman who ultimately freed me on the proper First Amendment grounds? I don't really want to sue her. But at the same time, I feel that I was treated unjustly and I wasn't given due process. That's called a Monell claim. Does anybody know what a Monell claim is? Does anybody know what a Monell claim is? Oh, I'm not going to get into politics. Phoenix Rising said it. I never should have been in jail at all. Pro Se America DLZ. What's up, bud? Compliant Borg. South Bama Gump. Good to see you. Thomas Wilson, I guess you're going to have to rewind this live stream. We already have won a federal civil rights lawsuit right here in Las Vegas. Didn't you not hear me say that earlier? We won. We have a partial summary judgment against the cop that wrongfully arrested me. Have we won? What are you talking about? It's online. You can look it up and read it yourself. You can look it up and read it yourself. I mean, are you new to the chat? I guess you're new, Thomas. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And well, I didn't see any coppers, and I spent an hour rapping with my friends here. And listen, I want to say something. You know, I love all you guys. I appreciate your support. It means the world to me. The live stream on Monday is going to be pretty interesting because I'm going to have the lawsuit online. People are going to be able to read the lawsuit over the weekend. I think I'll have it up there on Saturday. Yeah, I'll have the lawsuit up on my website on Saturday. I'll drop the link at community tab, and you guys can read the lawsuit that I wrote. Good to see you, Hubie. We're suing a judge on Tuesday. Huey, hit the subscribe button. Consider becoming a channel because we don't stop around here. We don't stop. We don't stop. Kinetic Custom Racing. What's going on, Playboy? Jason Myers. Yeah, I have heard of Carl Lentz. I've watched some of his videos. I sure have. We got to get to 1 million subs. We got to get to 1 million subscribers. So hit the subscribe button. We got to get to 1 million subscribers. So do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and watch what happens this next week when Chevy, where you at? Where you at, Chevy? Chevy. Cope Doggy Dog, where you at? Chuck P, has Chuck P been in the room? Chuck P, Kevin Gordon is here. Marauder is here. Clown Patrol. Right on, man. Right on. Right on. Well, I just thought I would do a quick run around. I could do one more. I'll do one more lap here just to see if I can see any coppers that got anybody pulled over. Because I'm not in California, so that means that outside of California, the cops pull people over. In California, there's very few pullovers inside of Los Angeles. Outside of LA, there's all kinds of people getting pulled over. But inside of LA, there's not very many people get pulled over. Not like they do in other cities, in other towns and stuff. When you go, especially when you go to the East Coast, look at First Amendment Protection Agency. All they have to do is go film a dispensary, go film a bank, and all of a sudden there's 3 or 4 cops there. But not in LA. Inside of LA, that's not how it is. Check it. You got your trifold up in your visor with your license. You see that? Trifold goes up in your visor right there. There's the trifold right there. There it is right there. I tape on my license so people can't see it. But your trifold, you should have your trifold up in your visor. Do you have a trifold? Did you go to my website, Delete Lawz? Did you get a trifold? Is it up in your visor right there? If you don't have a trifold in your visor, why don't you have a trifold in your visor? Everybody here should have a trifold in their visor. If you don't, why don't you? Why don't you? I redid the website. It's so easy to use now. I made it so much easier. Big shout out to my boy Maximus. Thanks, Maximus, for helping me do that website, dude. Maximus is amazing. This dude's amazing. You have no idea. I really appreciate your help, Maximus. So yeah, everybody should have. Do you have a trifold in your visor? Does everybody have a trifold in their visor? That should be up. Look, I have my license, my registration, my proof of insurance. I have everything up in my visor, so my hands never have to go below the steering wheel, so I'm not going to get shot. I go to touchdown position, and then everything's up in my visor right there. Right on. Clark County Piggy right there. Clark County Piggy right there. I just seen him. Still got a light on. I think he's got his lights on. Maybe he doesn't realize he's got his lights on. Maybe he doesn't realize he's got his lights on. Maybe he doesn't know that. I did not see Gloria in the chat. I didn't see Gloria. I didn't see Katie, either one of those. I see Mr. Bones. Suing that judge on Tuesday, Mr. Bones. Gonna do a live stream on Monday. Talk about the lawsuit I'll post on the website over the weekend. I'm just gonna finish that lawsuit today. I'm gonna finish her up today. And then I can't wait to file these motions to reconsider Brendan Bork's qualified immunity. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. You got what I said, right, Aaron Queen? I'm not sure, Aaron Herbie. Aaron, you can email me. All right, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. I got to go. You guys, thanks for Bruce. I appreciate that. Greg, Mikey B. I got these three guys since I started this channel. Kinetic Customs and Racing is another one of those guys. Been with me since the very beginning. Complying Borg is one of those people. Complying Borg, you've been around almost since I started, right? I think Complying Borg has been here. James Forbes been around forever. The Joker been around forever. Like so many of you guys have been around